Hi there, welcome to my new YouTube channel, Pop Fiction. I'm sure most of you will get the obscure Pulp Fiction reference. And the pop, of course, refers to the wonderful world of Funko Pops. I wanted to make a little introduction video for my channel, tell you guys how I became a collector of Funko Pops, because, to be totally honest, once upon a time, I really did not care for them, didn't understand the craze, and certainly had no intentions of purchasing them. It was about 2 years, well, I guess about 4 years ago now, that my friend Kim gave me a Jason Voorhees Funko Pop as a birthday present. I do love Jason Voorhees, especially Kane Hodder as Jason Voorhees. And I'm a big horror movie fan. Still kind of didn't like it, but I stuck it in my Jason collection, and that was the extent of my Funko Pops for the next couple of years. It'd be about 2 years after that before I got my next Funko Pop. However, in that 2 years, I did come across the Garbage Pail Kids really big mini mysteries that Funko makes. And I am a huge Garbage Pail Kids fan. I've been since the second grade. I absolutely love the Garbage Pail Kids. Have a ton of their cards, figures. Just a nice little collection of Garbage Pail Kids merchandise that I've collected throughout the years. And still, I didn't like the price because I do tend to be cheap, and I'm definitely on the budget when it comes to what I can put into collectibles. But I put off purchasing one of these for about a year. Then one of my friends, he wanted to see what they looked like and bought one, and he got Hot Scott. He told me he'd give it to me for half price because, like I said, he just really wanted to see what it looked like. Naturally, I wasn't going to pass up the opportunity. I gave it to him. Before I knew it, I had the entire first series, and I began collecting the second series. I'm still need split kit to have that entire series, and I really do need to complete it. I just, limited funds, and I keep buying the pops instead of completing that series, but I really need to finish that one out. And I actually hope they do come out with a third series of those, but I don't know if that's in the works or not. No clue. So anyway, as I began collecting series 2 of those, I started dating a young lady named Jill. She had maybe 10 or 15 pops at her apartment, and we would go out looking for my Garbage Pail Kids, and she would pick up a pop here and there. So when Christmas time came, I had most of her gifts picked out, and I wanted to get one more kind of a topper to just top off her Christmas. And I knew she was a Ghostbusters fan, so I ordered her the 6-inch Stay Puft Marshmallow Man and the Slimer. For some reason, she never took those over to her apartment. We split up, and then my collection grew by 2. Really liked Stay Puft Marshmallow Man. I think that's really kind of, between that and the Garbage Pail Kids, I was starting to come around to the pops. So I started picking up a couple here and there when I would see them on clearance. Not even necessarily things that I liked. I picked up a couple of the Nightmare Before Christmas pops, Oogie Boogie and the Clown. I don't even like Nightmare Before Christmas. I don't like Tim Burton. I know, hate on me if you want, but just not my cup of tea. But they were less than $1. Why not? So my collection got up to somewhere between the 15 and 20 mark. And then a friend of mine at work and I started talking, and kind of decided to start our own little pop wars. I have to say, he's kicking my butt. He has a massive collection, and I think I'm finally around the 60 mark. Now, when it comes to my collection, you're not going to find any grails or anything that's really expensive. Like I said, limited budget, so it's basically commons and exclusives I've picked up. I think the most valuable price-wise I have, or the most valuable price-wise that I own, is the Hulk smashing Loki movie moment, and I think it's around $33. I do have one chase that came out of a mystery box. I took a splurge and spent $35 on a little mystery box that had 6 figures with one guaranteed chase, just because I wanted to have one chase, at least in my collection. So, if you're wondering, it's Wally Gator. But recently my collection is growing. I'm doing a lot of apps that reward me with free Amazon gift cards. So I'm using that to kind of fund this addiction. And if you need some recommendations on how to get free Amazon gift cards, hit me up. I'll be glad to tell you what I use. I want to go ahead and show you what I did pick up this week. Unfortunately, I live in a small town. The only place you have to purchase pops are Walmart, GameStop, or the pharmacy. None really have a really big section, and it's at least an hour drive in any direction you go before you run into anything other than those stores, like a Barnes & Noble or something bigger that would have a large pop section. And truth be known, I work a lot. I'm generally home long enough to eat and sleep. I have to drive a lot for work, and when it comes to my day off, which is oftentimes just one day a week, I do not want to, drive an hour, nor do I feel like it. So I've been trying to go the route of purchasing online. So far, I've had terrible luck with the Amazon.com and Walmart.com. The boxes keep coming damaged. Some minor, some just way more than they should. The only really pristine one I've gotten shipped was, speaking of my Garbage Pail Kids, I picked up Atom Bomb from an individual seller on Amazon, and that guy knew what he was doing. It was pristine. Love that pop. Speaking of which, I haven't completed any pop sets yet. I think the Garbage Pail Kids will probably be the first one I try to complete. But again, not having the ability to go purchase them in a store, and the luck I've had with the online and shipping so far, when I should be completing a set, I'll end up doing something like I did this week and buying these 3 in store from a different set. Anyway, that's just kind of where I'm at. But, so let me show you what I did pick up this week. The first one that really caught my eye, these are all from the they're all Marvel, from the Venomized series. And the first one I noticed was this Walmart exclusive, which is the Venomized Ghost Rider. And I think this is an awesome, awesome looking pop. Just the detail in it is amazing. It's terrific pop. So that's actually the only one I bought, but that one kind of made me itch to have another. So I ended up going back to the store later, and I picked up the Venomized X23. Again, just amazing detail to this pop. Love it. There's just something about the way these Venomized pops look that just, they're awesome in detail. And then I picked up the Venomized Storm. So again, just an amazing pop. Love these. So that's the spoils for the week, and that's my introduction. I would like to grow this channel, and I would love to make another video, and if this one gets some views, hopefully I will do that. And in my next video, I'll show you my entire collection of what I do have thus far. In the meantime, if you guys want to leave some comments, give me an idea on what I can do better. Tell me something I don't know about Funko. I mean, help me learn about this community. I would love that. I would love to get some people to like and subscribe so that maybe my channel can grow, and maybe in the future I can do, some giveaways and some of the other stuff that I see on different channels. And in the meantime, that'll be it for us here at Pop Fiction, and we hope to see you guys soon.